Good morning. Hi, I'm StampinDede, and this is Stampin' Thursday, and I'm excited to be with you this morning. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I love what I do because I love being creative, and Stampin' Up products make it so easy to be creative. So, I've got some fun things to share with you this morning, but first of all, you know, I've said this before, I love the fall. I absolutely love fall. It's my favorite season of the year. And even though I love Christmas for the meaning of Christmas, I love fall for its colors, its smells, its feeling, the coolness of the air. Anyway. So I've said that before. You know that. So today we're going to look at pumpkins. But before we get started on that, I want to make mention of a couple of things coming up. Next Thursday, Stampin' Thursday, is Mystery Card Thursday. And on that day, I give you a list of supplies. On Wednesday, you can gather those supplies. It's not much. Gather those things together. And then on Thursday, on Facebook Live, I will make the card and you will make it with me. So our cards will be different because I'll use different designer series paper and different cardstock, but we'll use the same layout. I'll make the card step by step and you'll make it with me. And it's a lot of fun to do. So tune in next Thursday. Then the following Thursday, which is the 26th, is Stepped Up Stamping. And on that day, I take a sketch and make a basic card from that sketch. And then I step it up to a casual card and then to a avid card. So join me for that. Don't miss those 2 Thursdays. Then if you're local, October 28th is a Saturday, and I'm doing a Christmas tag class. We've got to have our tags ready to go when we start wrapping gifts. So Christmas tag class, and it's here at my home, so it's a local thing, and you can check the website for more information on that. So are you ready for pumpkins? Let's get started. Let me cover up the camera so you don't get dizzy and put this up on the stand, and we're going to get going. I do that every time. I forget to click so it will show down. All right, here we go. So, pumpkins. Some of the cards I'm going to show you, you've already seen. We've made them on other lives or in classes, but I did want to point these two out. These cards are using the Pick of the Patch stamp set, which I absolutely love. So these use that and the punch that goes with it. And I believe that these are available again now. So check it out. If you don't have this, then you will want to check into it. All right. So these 2 cards use that set. But this one also uses this bird's eye view set. Isn't that cute? It's a cute set, and with these birds and these owls, and so I added a little bit to this one using the bird's eye view. And the paper on both of these is that All About Autumn paper. Awesome paper. So let me say real quickly that if you're watching this live, I would love it if you would just comment and tell me where you're from. I would love that. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching with me. And if you're watching the replay, I also like to hear from you, and if you're watching it on YouTube, be sure and subscribe. Hit the subscribe and the bell, and maybe an emoji or a thumbs up or something to show that show me that you're watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. All right, so there's these two. I just wanted to show you these. But what we're going to do is we're going to make this one. I've actually got two that we're going to make together. The second one, oh my goodness, it is awesome. But this one we're going to make together. And this one is using just the punches, just the punch. It's not using the stamps. The next card we make is going to be different from that. But this card used the stamps and the punch, as did this one. But on this card, we're going to use just the punch. All right. So I've chosen Pool Party for my card base, and I'm going to go ahead, fold it, and give it a good burnish so that it'll stay down. And then I picked a little bit different paper. This one came from Irresistible, Hello Irresistible paper stack. So, but I wanted the same general colors. So I chose this one, and I cut it with the largest deckled rectangle. Let's see if I can put something under this so you can see it. It gives that a rough edge look, and I like that. So that was the largest deckled rectangle. But before I put it down, I want to wrap a piece of Pool Party ribbon around it. And it's always good to remember to wait and get your ribbon on first and then move on with your card. So I'm going to put a little piece of seal on each end so that I can wrap this around. And I want to turn over and make sure I've got it even. And it is. So I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. Right there. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the whole piece down. Let's see. I need a little bit more right there. All right. So we're going to put this piece down and center it. There we go. And we have one more piece that I cut with the contour die. And this is the petal pink. And this is going to be the base for our pumpkins. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to build on this one. So for my sentiment, I chose You're the Pick of the Patch. And I thought, okay, I want to make one of the pumpkins different from the others. So I chose to use the shimmer paper. Can you see the shimmer on that? It's got a real shimmer to it. So that's this pumpkin. But I'm also going to use soft sea foam, and let's just go ahead and we'll cut. I'm going to punch a soft sea foam, and I'm actually going to punch another one. And I do want a leaf, so I'm going to bring it down just a little bit so that I can get the leaf too. So I've got my two pumpkins and my leaf out of my soft sea foam. And then out of my pretty peacock, I want another pumpkin. See how easy it is? with this punch. Oh my goodness. And then out of Lost Lagoon, I'm going to do one of the big ones. And I'm going to get a leaf. So I'll move it here. So I'll get the pumpkin and the leaf. And of course we're getting all kinds of scrappy pieces. And then I want the other pumpkin. So let's see. I can get it from right here. I want this pumpkin. So there's that. All right. And now we need our shimmer paper. Put that away. And I used the large pumpkin and I want a leaf. So I'm going to scoot it down to right there. I've got the large pumpkin and the leaf. All right. And see how it's shimmery from, it's different from the others. All right. So for the stems, I had, if you'll remember from the past, we had an embossing folder that did this, and I don't even remember the name of it, but I had this piece left over, and I thought, oh my goodness, that would make, it's sort of a crimping, but that would make great stems. So I started cutting these apart, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I just kind of rounded the end. I just wanted it to be a little bit rounded. Of course, you can punch the stem out. But I wanted to use, when I saw this, I thought, oh my, wouldn't that make a great stem? So, using up my scraps. Man, I keep my scraps forever, obviously, don't I? Yep. All right. And these do not have to be alike, nor will they be the same height. Okay, got that part done. And now let's start assembling this. The one at the very back is going to be this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down. And I'm going to use my liquid glue. I'm using Tombow, our Tombow glue that I put in this little bottle because it comes out much finer. And it is, I do have to get it started. Sometimes I have to use my pen. There. And the top one I'm going to pop up. But I'm going to put that one right there. And I'm going to put the leaf on. Looks like that's the better side. And I'm just going to put my leaf right there. And my stem, I'm going to stick, probably should have put the stem on first. I'm just going to stick it right into the edge, right there. So let me get that edge lifted up again. There we go. I'll stick it right there. All right, and then the second one is going to go right here. And it goes this way. And that's going to leave room for this one over here. Yeah, and then this one on top. So let's get this one down. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my stem on first this time. Now we can put this guy on. We're going to put him right here. Oh, but you know what? I'm going to lift him up because we're going to put this one behind him. So get the stem on. All these layers. And then I want to go ahead and put him on behind this one. Right there. There we go. And now this one is going to go down. Put the stem on. I just love that look for the stem. I am going to cut this one down just a little bit. I love that look. To me, it looks a whole lot like a stem. Okay. Put this one here. One more with a stem. And then the nice one, the different one. This one is going to go right on. It's going to go right here. And let's get this leaf on. Don't need much. There we go. And you could put as many leaves as you want, but I didn't think I needed any more than that. Put the stem on this one. And this one we're going to put down with dimensionals. And we're also going to put this down with dimensionals. So, we're going to have a little double raising here, but it's all right. There we go. And we're going to put his leaf on. Right there. Okay, we've built our base. There's our images. We do need another little piece of cardstock of the pool party for the sentiment, and we're going to use You're the Pick of the Patch. That's it. Let me grab a... Okay. Make sure that an inch, oh yeah. All right. So I'll make this an inch. Okay. And we're going to stamp our image in the early espresso, just so it'll show up. No, that's not what I did on this one. I stamped it in Pretty Peacock. The other card I did early espresso. All right, so we're going to do the Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to bring out one of my little pads. Since this is a photopolymer stamp, it will do better with some padding under it. There we go. You're the Pick of the Patch. And we're going to banner that. And this I just snip down the middle and then into my snip from both corners. It's a little wider than that one, but that's okay. Well, I could actually cut it down. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get it cut down just a little bit. Cut it down there. I don't think I need to cut the... There we go. And so now I'm going to need to adjust my... I'm going to have to adjust my banner just a little bit. All right. That'll work. And so now we're going to take this piece and put it on with dimensionals. A bigger piece like this. I used a few more dimensionals just to hold it up, give it the body. But it doesn't take a whole lot. Here we go. One more. All right, let's get it on our... We want to be sure and leave a little space for the designer series paper to show above the doesn't need a lot of room, but a little bit. All right, so we can put that right there. Get it up over the ribbon and get it straight. Okay, and put some dimensionals on the back of our sentiment piece. We don't need as many on the back of it. It's not as big. Put it right up here. I have it. I think I like it up against this here. That's even. And now all we need is our second ribbon. And we're just going to tie a... You can see I got pretty peacock on my finger. Hopefully I don't transfer that over to anything. All right, now we're going to tie a bow. And bring it in, tighten it up, bring it in, tighten it up. Make it look nice. Tighten it up just a little more, puff it up. Trim my ends. Grab a glue dot. To put it down. And bring that in a little more. Trim that. Well, now I have this weird looking point. Grab a glue dot. I may put 2 glue dots on the back of this. Just so I'm sure I get it down. We're going to put it right here. And I used some of the tinsel gems the 3-pack because one of the colors is Lost Lagoon. I write my colors on the front because I can't remember. I want, you know, I can compare them and figure out what it is, but why go to that trouble? I'm going to grab my take a pick tool, and I'm just going to grab 3 of these. I'll put one up here, one here, and one a little further down. Whoops. I think I'm going to put it right there. All right, there it is. Pick of the patch using just the punch. I was just looking for my cover for my gems and I don't see it. I buried it somewhere or knocked it off on the floor. Okay, we'll put those over there. We're going to set this aside because now this next one, I have to admit, when I saw it on the web, I'm cleaning this up just a little bit. When I saw it on the web, I was blown away. And my first thought was, why can't I be creative like that? Why didn't I think of that? But then I knew that we share everything. That's why we put it out there, is to share the ideas with one another. And I am just hoping that Evelyn Van Heist knows that because I am so blown away by her creativity that I taste it, which means copy and share everything. And we do that. And we all know that is why we put things out there. So thank you, Evelyn, for this card idea. It is incredible. Here we go. Oh, this is the one I did. And I need to get my Facebook back up so that I can see what you can see. I want to make sure that, I don't know why it went off. So this is using the Countryside Corners dies. And love this. I just love it. It's using the 3 smallest dies, and I have them right here. I've already pulled them out. So here they are, the 3 smallest dies, and that's what she did her pumpkins with. Is that not awesome? Is that not just the most awesome thing? You know, traditionally we buy the stamp sets and we do our pumpkins that way, and I love that, but I love using my other sets in different ways. So thank you, Evelyn, for this idea, and we are going to make it together. So the first thing I need to do is cut my, I need to cut my pumpkins. So I'm going to use this paper and put it on my card base, on my cut and emboss base. I'm not going to move it over here. So I'll just do it like this so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to conserve as much space as I can. I've used these a lot. Can you tell? All right, we're ready to go. We're going to cut our pumpkins. I'm doing this out of Very Vanilla. This will only take a second if I don't mess up. All right, got those cut. So we have this one, and we have our big one, And we have our smallest one. So I'm going to take these and set them back over here so they don't get lost. And I am going to need another little piece. In fact, I might as well go ahead and cut that right now. I'm using one of the smallest dies, one of the smaller dies, the square dies from the Stylish Shapes. And I could have just done that when I did this. I could have done them all at the same time, but I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that right now for my cinnamon. So I'll be all done cutting. All right. So now we have our cinnamon cut too. Set that over here. Put that die with those dies. All right. Now, to make our pumpkins look like these pumpkins. Okay. So what I did was I used pecan pie and pumpkin pie ink, and I used blending brushes. So I used my brown blending brush and my orange blending brush. And I'm going to get one of these, just so I don't get ink everywhere. And I'm going to get started. So I'm going to start with my orange, with my pumpkin pie. And I'm going to come onto it. Let's see. Put this over here. I'm going to come onto it from off of the paper and just begin blending. And I want them to be darker at the bottom. And maybe, whoops, I didn't come off like I should have. I want them to be darker along the bottom and the edge. So this is the edge that's going to show. So this is the edge that I need to make darker. And then I want to lightly go over the rest of it because I want it to look orange. So I'll lightly go over it, knowing that I'm going to also add a little bit of brown to this. So I'm going to set the pumpkin pie aside, open my pecan pie. Now my pecan pie is a dark color, so I'm always getting ink on me. So for this, and I want this is the edge that shows, I'm just going to come along and add a little bit of depth to this. Here we go. A little bit of depth to that. And I can even bring it on up and around a little bit. All right, we've got that one done. I'm happy with that. Let's get this one done. Now this one, the right edge shows. So I'm going to start again with my orange. And come along that right edge. And of course the bottom. Make it a little darker along that edge and the bottom. And then I want to take it on up because I want my pumpkin to be orange, but it's going to be more of a shaded orange pumpkin color at the top. All right. And now we're going to use our brown and add that depth. Almost that shadowed look. Whoa, that's orange. That's what I get for leaving my orange ink open. Okay. All right. I'm happy with that. And now our little one. So let me go back to my pumpkin pie. And this one, the whole thing shows. So we're just going to make sure the bottom is darker. And we're going to come up just a little bit on the edge. And get the rest of it shaded in just a little bit. Smooth this out on the bottom just a little bit. All right. And now I'm going to set this aside so I don't use it. Get my brown. Come in along the bottom. All right, I am happy with that. I'm also going to do my edges just a little bit on my sentiment, just so it blends in with the rest of the card. All right, that's my brown. Oh, we're not done yet. So this is out of the that big pack. It's called Delightfully Eclectic. And one of the papers in there, the one with the pink on one side, has this notebook. And I loved that for this card. So we need to dirty it up some. So let's do that. We need to distress it some. So we're going to distress this a little bit. And we just don't want it to be so bright. You don't want dark splotches, so be sure and start off and work toward the middle. And it's okay to have a corner and maybe even a little dark blotch right on the edge, because that gives it that real distressed look. Okay. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to use this, and I'm going to stamp one of the leaves, and I chose this one instead this time. But I'm going to stamp it off. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. Stamp it off. Stamp it off. All right. Get that. I just wanted these around the base of the pumpkins, and I wanted to use the dots that are in the pick of the patch. So we'll do that, but we're going to stamp off and do dots. Stamp off. Oh, I meant to do it on this. Oh, well. Stamp off. I think we're good. I may need to add a few more after we get our pumpkins on. So let's see now how this is going to look. We go here. And here. And here. You know, it looks like I almost left these a little bit too light, too bright. Yeah. I'm using my pumpkin pie. I'm just taking a little bit of that bright out. I don't know what that is. Okay, I think that helped. I'll bring our background paper back in. Now I do want to use pumpkin pie. I forgot to pull it out. Pumpkin pie card base. Here's the card base. And I'm going to pull a little scrap out because I need to get some stems punched. All right, grab the punch. I'm going to cover my inks up. Well, before I do that, I might as well go ahead and stamp all right. See how that does. Yeah, that looks good. And get our cinnamon on here. This cinnamon is from Timeless Arrangements. But I liked it. I liked what it said. Now we can put this away. We don't need our ink anymore. All right, now we're going to go ahead and fold our, let's see. You know, I did this. I can see that I did that up and down. So, let me do that. I'll take a clean piece of cardstock. And we're going to cut it at 4 1/4. Four and a quarter. And score it at 5 1/2. Now, we have a vertical card. And I need to burnish it. Okay, I think we're ready to adhere this. It's so funny, that bright pink on the back. But I love that notebook paper. I love that look. Got that. Our largest pumpkin, we're going to go ahead and put him down. Oh, but I need to punch those stems real quick. 1, 2, 3. So let me attach that stem. and get this guy down. I'm going to put him. Make sure I'm getting him on there straight. Right there. And then next we'll put this one. This is a paper towel just for accidents like that. All right. And we're going to get this guy down. Wonder, oh, there it is. It's coming out. I guess I don't have him glued down well. I don't. That's what's happening there. My goodness. I'm glad that didn't get all over my card. Okay. We'll get this guy down. Right about there. And then we'll do the stem on the back of this one. And you know what I did on this one? I can see now. I trimmed, oops, that didn't get even. How did that happen? I thought I had it even. There we go. I trimmed this just a little bit right here. I just angled the corner just to make it look like that one. Put the stem on it. And we're going to use dimensionals. So I'll use a couple on here. All right, and we're going to put this guy right here. All right, there are pumpkins. Do you not just love that? Oh my goodness, why didn't I think of that? So we're going to add dimensionals to our sentiment. Get it on right up here. Okay. And all we have left, I've already pulled the string that I'm going to use. I've got glue on my fingers now, but this is the 3 twine combo pack. And I actually pulled some of the pieces apart. I'm trying to get the glue off my hand so the string doesn't stick to me while I'm tying a bow. Okay. Oops. So here we go. Let's see if I can do this with the glue on my finger. All right, we've got that one. Pull it through. These just need to be small. But I like the look of several different strings. It kind of looks viney, doesn't it? Now that one I didn't do that way, so you can just decide which one you like best. Okay, there's that one. Do this one. Okay. Oops. Get them all through. Did I get them all? Nope, I didn't get them all. All right, let's try that again. And put them all through. Okay. Okay. All right. Another one. Guess I should be a little more even. I just got the snip in there, didn't I? And one more. I think I actually have two more. So let's use this one. Do one more. I don't think I'm going to get that one through. Okay. Well, now, come around, put it through. Okay. Here we go. Pull it in. This one is really going to look viney because it's going a million different directions, but that's okay. I think I didn't quite get them all through, but again, that is okay. It just adds to the look. All right, we've got those three ready to go down with a blue dot. We'll add our gems. We actually, I stamped the inside. You know, I'm not going to use a glue dot. They're too big. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue right there and mash it down on it. Give it a minute to dry. There's that one. You can see the difference. This one is a lot darker, a lot heavier looking. And that may be a look that you like. I'm just trying this out to see if I like it. Experimenting with different elements here. All right, and then we have our neutrals adhesive back sequins. Oh my goodness, I love these. And they're not available right now. I tried to order more and they're not available. So, all right, now I'm going to use the copper color. I'm going to put one here. Put a big one over here. Put another little one here. And we've got them ready to go. Now all we have to do is the inside, and I have a piece. And I do want to rough it up a little bit. I can just use, I've got a little leftover orange and a little leftover brown. Okay. And I wanted to stamp some pumpkins in there. You can, no pumpkins, just the leaves. Okay. The leaves and the swirly. Okay, but I've got a different leaf. And a couple of swirlies. And we're done. There we go. This goes inside. Here we go. You could put pumpkins inside, but since we didn't use these pumpkins, all right. How about that? Do you like it? Is that not just awesome? Just awesome. I love what she did with that. I give her all the credit for that. I would have never thought of that. And I absolutely love it. I love using my, I'll move this one away. We did that one. We also have others that we can add to our collection here. I hope you've enjoyed that. Like I said, I love fall. I love the fall colors. Even though these are not traditional fall colors, they're beautiful. They're beautiful, and it still projects the feeling of fall. All right, I think that's it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you'll comment or subscribe or give me a thumbs up if you're on the YouTube. And thank you. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Have a great weekend.